Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. TrickyBricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the TrickyBricks Build and Chat Show! Ahoy hoy, everyone!
Ahoy.
How's it going? Happy Friday to you. Oh my goodness, it
Wow,
has
that
been
did
a
not-
crazy week.
That did not catch me by surprise at all.
Not at all. So,
Well, hello, we're happy to see you.
hi, and here, just in case you want to know, hi, it's me.
Oh, yeah, Clark Kent.
Hardly. But anyway.
Super Bricks.
It is, yeah, as Mairead mentioned, this is a bit gloomy today in Oakland here, but
Oh, it is outside.
we
but
are
it's-
having fun here with you, so
See,
that's
look,
awesome.
right there.
hmm There you go. I am getting, I think it's time for a little sip of coffee.
Okay. I'll have one too in my Niagara Falls cup.
I know. And yes, Bubs, I saw that you turned one in. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who turned in something for our work in progress workshop today. We've got 4 entries, which is fun, but we've got a lot more to do before we actually get to that part of the show. You know, like always.
Features.
Features,
You know-
features.
You know what was fun last night, Flynn?
What's that?
Jang and Fred.
Oh yes. Okay. So we were watching something on TV, and then we had to take a break to make dinner.
Yep.
And I popped on to see who was on Twitch, and Jang was on. So sweet. He's been so kind lately. He came in and gifted a bunch of subs into my Twitch stream the other day.
Yep.
And watched him, and then he was looking.
He's the picture of mellow.
He is so mellow. I thought that we were mellow, or used to be, and were
Once
at one
upon
point.
a time we were. Yeah.
But he is like chill, super chill. And then he raided into Panfred Nudo's channel, and if you remember him from being on our show,
which was something completely different.
completely on
and
the
if
other
you
side,
saw Fred on our show,
you would never know.
you don't really have a sense of the madness that's on his Twitch stream. It is high energy. It's fun.
But we
right?
laughed so hard.
It's
yeah,
very
so
fun.
if you're not already following Fred on Twitch, and Jang on Twitch for that matter,
Yep. And they built.
definitely, and they build. Well, it was funny.
One
we were
builds
watching,
more than the other.
We were watching, and it was about an hour, I believe, into Fred's stream before he finally started building anything, which is totally fine by Twitch standards. I gotta say, all of the Lego people I watch on Twitch never start actually streaming and like actually touching bricks until at least a half an hour in. It's just too good.
Well, it's hard to see like through the clouds of emotes.
Right. Oh my goodness. So why don't we kick off today with pins?
Okay, is our friend here? Who?
Thanks, Clicky.
I don't know. If that's actually sounds kind of high voice today.
So I have got this Haunted Mansion pin, and I actually have to take my glasses off so I can see if this is in focus or not. I've got this awesome Haunted Mansion pin, and if you don't recognize it, it's the lady from the stretching portrait who's sitting on the gravestone. So there you go.
And I've got Maleficent.
Candy
awesome, well, is it her headdress? It's not her hat. It's her cowl.
Her crown.
Her crown.
Let's call it a
Maleficent's
crown.
crown in a green apple.
But I think, yeah, and I think those are, I don't know, maybe it's just her head.
Maleficent's hat. Yeah, do you think she has horns under there?
So there we go. All right, those are our pins for today. And
She's like Ron Howard. Maleficent is like Ron Howard. You never see them without their hat.
or
They're connected in that way.
so anyway,
Back to Lego.
well, on that note, I'm gonna see maybe there we go.
Oh,
It's a little nicer.
wow, the sun came out.
And
and look at that.
Yeah, so I think it's about time we said hello to everybody who's in the chat right now. So if you haven't already spoken up in the chat and you want to get an ahoy hoy, make sure you that you do that. Hi, I see Peter Hornberger's here. Hi. So
Hi.
Abby the Brick Squirrel, Amper Up 9. Hey, how's it going? Anna G is here. Art and Jest. Hi, Brenda. Awesome to see you. Aubrey Kovac is here. Barbarian King, Brick Literacy, Brickman Mosaics Art, Bubs and Lava Bat, Chris back from Seaside and it's raining chalice. That sounds pretty UK to me. Darren Siegfried is here. Babby Fan MKE. Gina T, aka Grammy to Bubs and Lava Bat. How's it going? I know Bubs and Lava Bat is here too, although there it is. Whew, slide in.
Hi to both of you.
Brickman Mosaics Art, if I didn't say that already. Hi. The Greebling Wizard. Hooded One is here. Jake Sadovich. Hey, Jake. John Luttrell. Good to see you, John.
Maraid
and Vicky,
is here.
if you're there too. Maraid is here. Minifig Chick, Monica Berry, and Modo. That was like back to the old days.
Yeah, I think the Emscapade starts with Maraid today.
Right. Peter Hornberger. Ahoy, hoy, Hornberger. And if the other two Hornbergers are here, ahoy, hoy to you too. Rob Ketcherside is here. Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Lana, Elena, and Vanessa. Hello. Good to see you as always. Robin Eklund is here.
Sarah Silverman
and Isabel. Awesome. Hi. Spud Hill Farm is here. The Brick Orphanage. Wilfred. Bonsoir. So good to see you. Will Letchworth is here. Hey, Will. How's it going? Zach Martinez. And of course, Zarkino Kim. Oh, it's like the whole family's back together. Everybody's here. It's I feel calm. Patty Sharon is here. Just popped in.
Patty.
Hi, Patty. So yeah, let's get back over to that one. So we see the chat.
We are. I think we're gonna start with the Z. Next
I don't
time.
know.
It's hard to do
backwards.
It's hard to remember because the list comes up starting with
Scrap.
A's.
Hello and welcome. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
We'll try it. Well, it's not like we'll have to say ZYX.
Still,
I don't know my ABCs backwards. Well, we have a little bit of up and coming news to talk about.
We've got a lot going on. So if you are following us on the social medias, we've got so much stuff happening right now.
I know we've been reviewing calendar dates.
Yes, so the calendar is very, very full this month and last month. Like it's been an extremely busy couple of months for us.
Yep.
But a few things that we've got coming up. Well, first, of course, it's Pride Month, so happy Pride, everybody. And you're probably going to hear us say that every time we have a show this month because, darn it, it is Pride Month, and we are going to say happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Really, really excited for Pride Month. And we have a challenge going on that is actually like expanded into a bigger challenge. So as you know, next Thursday are due your Everyone is Awesome Rainbow Build challenges. Those photos are due there, but we're also running the same sort of challenge on Instagram, and we're trying to keep it going all month. So just because you turn something in on Thursday doesn't mean that you can't post it again on Instagram or make more rainbow things and post them on Instagram. So far, the response has been fantastic.
And the inspiration for the challenge is, of course, Pride. But build whatever rainbows mean to you.
Exactly.
We're just thinking colorful builds.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff up there. And I just saw somebody, Blue is here. Hi, Blue. I don't know. I think you may be a new person here. Welcome. And Delicious Foods is here. How's it going?
Wow, look at all those look at all those emojis.
I know.
It's a
Marilyn,
colorful chat.
Marilyn Parmley is here. And the Parmleys. Awesome.
I hear someone associated with them just graduated.
Yes,
and
David.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, David, on your graduation. And Blue, you are new. Welcome. Please, everybody give a big welcome to Blue, a new viewer here in the chat today. So super excited about that. Let's see. So, so we've got a couple of events coming up. We've got, so yes, don't forget about your challenge builds next week. And after that is going to be the Liz Seed Part Challenge starts next week. So make sure you get your poly
Liz
bag.
Poly bag.
Your Liz poly bag.
And that's really the gift that keeps on giving, right? Because
really
even
is.
after you build your
always have Liz.
thing, you'll always have Liz.
Always. So, Liz for life.
Dynamite comes in small packages.
It's true. Love some Liz. All right. So also, we've got what else is going on? Oh, right. So we talked a little bit about this Wednesday when Brian was here. Our good friend Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien, and we were talking about LegoCon, and I just wanted to talk about it again in case you weren't here on Wednesday. LegoCon is happening at the end of this month. I believe it's the 26th. The 26th, yes, and it's in the morning.
And this is put on by Lego.
Put on by Lego. It's going to be an hour-and-a-half live stream from the Lego house in Billund. It's mostly aimed at kids from like 8 to 12, but there's going to be plenty of other things for everybody, including there's going to be product reveals, interviews with designers.
Yay!
And your very own Flynn and Richard, TrickyBricks, filmed some pre-show video for the show. So they contacted 5 different AFOLs and asked us to do to film some things, to welcome people and give some building tips and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see us there on the pre-show. Really, really excited.
I know. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. So you'll definitely want to check that out. And I know that is also Pride weekend, but know that it's at like 9 a.m. out here in the U.S. on the East Coast anyway. So that's going to be really fun. Now, if you miss it, don't worry, because it's going to be recorded and then posted. And just so you're aware, it's not going to be a live show like the one that we do here. I mean, yes, it will be live, but there will be no comments or any interaction from the audience because kids. So that's going to that's what happened with that. So then also, actually, the weekend before that is Bricks by the Bay.
Yay, Bricks by the Bay. That's our home convention.
It is our home convention, and we are going to be doing a Lego Masters panel there. And it's also Father's Day that weekend, and I want to remind all of you that we will not be doing a show on Father's Day. Sunday the 20th, we will not be doing a show.
You know why? Because we're going to celebrate my dad's birthday, and he is, okay, I'm just going to put it right out there, my dad's 90. And we didn't get to see him for his birthday in January. We get to see him and smile and just have a great time.
Yeah, we're very excited.
That's what we're doing.
Very excited to do that. There will be lots of smiling, I'm sure.
Yep. Hugs.
What else I was going to say about that weekend? Oh, so this Sunday, something important happened this week. Many important things, but the big important thing that happened was Lego Masters 2 Season 2 started on Tuesday, and we are going to be doing a spoiler-full breakdown of the episode on Sunday.
Spoiler-full.
Moto.
That means secrets.
That means if you haven't seen it, you should probably watch it, the episode. Yeah. And then we will be having Moto will be here, of course. Blair, Holly, and Kara will be here, and our special guest, once again, Bricks O'Brien, Brian Saviano will be here to join us.
He should consider streaming. He should consider starting a show or something.
He should. He's got a personality.
I don't know. I see something there. And actually, where do people find Bricks O'Brien?
On Twitch.
Yep.
And on YouTube. He's all over. If you go to the video from Wednesday when he was here with us, you can get his links there. And of course they'll be on Sunday. So
it's always fun
so
asking
news.
Flynn questions in the moment. Like, what is the airspeed of a
Okay, so we have got some viewer mail today, and if you weren't here on Wednesday, you are going to see not one but 2 brand new animations from Llano River Blue. So Llano did our amazing opening animation, and she's also given us clips to use for some other ones. So we have a new viewer mail, and we have a new Thing from the Crypt.
Featuring our own Ms. Thing and Angela.
That's right. So why don't we do viewer mail first? Everybody ready for some viewer mail? All right, here we go. Viewer mail.
It's viewer mail
I love that
with Angela.
so much. It's so good. And that's Ms. Thing. I know.
Oh, excuse me. No, I was looking at Angela earlier this morning. We were having a production meeting. Sorry, of course it's Ms. Thing.
So, yeah. So viewer mail time. Let's see what we got here.
And here she is right now.
The real live, not an actor recreation.
There she is.
There she is,
There's Ms. Thing.
Yeah, look at that. Oh,
not supported by human hands
not
at all.
Not supported by human hands, just by this hand. You can say, yes, thank you, Ms. Thing. This is a lovely package.
I like your dots bracelet.
Here, do you want me to help you in opening? Yeah, she needs some help opening that.
Okay, here, I'm gonna help with that
this
one.
is from, this one's already open. She
good.
was just having trouble because, she's got those stiff fingers. Now I can't open it. There we go.
Do you need a hand? You need a hand.
Okay, so let's see what we got here.
So who's this from?
This is from Michael David, and we've got a for Logan rare TrickyBricks. As you know, Logan does not eat Lego bricks, but he will seek out and find non-Lego bricks and chew them up.
It's true. One of the only bricks he's ever chewed up was.
It's so good. And then this is for Richard. Fibrous Opticals. It is Lego fiber optics, everybody.
Whoa.
Check this out.
This is very special. You don't see this a lot. Here, I'm going to hold these.
Right, sorry, a.k.a. Debo Bricks. I'm sorry. Thank you, Aubrey. I was looking at the name on the thing, and I was like...
Okay, these are so cool.
Not paying attention.
Am I right that... And please,
love Debo.
Help me out here, Debo. Did these come from a helicopter? Just putting them all together. Look, these are all separate fiber optics, and they fit inside not a pinhole, but a smaller, that's like a minifigure accessory.
That is
right?
That is super cool.
And check this out.
Wow. That's what they go in.
That's the source, and I think they go in the side here.
Wow. Yes.
Pretty cool. I can't wait to...
Exactly.
Oh, they go in here. Well, I can't wait to learn more about this. This is super exciting.
I can't believe I didn't say Debo. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry. We see so many.
I try. Remembering everybody's names and multiple names and all the things, and yeah, we're trying, doing our best here, folks.
Well, Debo, this is awesome.
Now I am so excited for this, y'all. Now I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot, or it seems confusing. Maybe I should say. This is actually Debo's Brickheadz of the Prince of the Cosmos from Katamari Damacy.
Like with the big, paper towel roll head.
This is so cool. Thank you so much, Debo.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. I am so excited for this, and I can't wait to put it together.
I couldn't have told by looking at those bags what it would turn into.
I know,
Look at all these lime green...
the little holes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Katamari, so thank you so much, Debo. Love this. This is so great. And it was also great having you on the show for our community spotlight not too long ago. Now there are no instructions in the box.
It's a puzzle.
It's a puzzle. So, and I think by looking at his original, I should be able to put it together pretty easy. It's a Brickheadz, so they're usually not too hard to figure out.
If you're looking for some just insane, absurd, reasonably high energy gameplay, Katamari Damacy is amazing. It's chill. Ridiculous. You're just rolling up this ball with everything sticking to it. It's pretty chill, but the animations are crazy colorful.
Oh, this one's heavy.
Oh,
she's gonna need a hand.
Ms. Thing.
Thank you, Ms. Thing. She's gonna.
Oh, there we go. Look, she can actually even open it.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Thing.
Well, she's been
Appreciate that.
She's much more dexterous now.
It's true.
Now that she's an animation
star.
star.
Debo's here now. Hey, Debo. Good to see you. So yes, we just opened your package. Thank you so much.
So exciting.
So excited for this.
I can't wait to build things with fiber optics. This is so cool.
So you had a question for Debo? Because he just arrived. Did you have a question about these?
Oh yeah, the question was, I thought I remembered this came with a Technic helicopter. But I can't remember exactly. Can you tell me what of the very few sets this came in? I'll look it up too. I thought it was a Technic.
Okay.
I know. I'm going to build with this right away.
All right, so this next one
Thank you very much.
is all the way from the UK, and I think this one might take us a little while to get through. There's a lot of stuff here.
And
this is from Chris and Jaden Chalice.
It was very well wrapped.
It was very well wrapped. So let's take a look at what we got. Oh, okay. We've got a bag of candy, because you know how much I love candy.
Oh, for Flynn and Richard cookie time.
There's gummies in here. Okay, gummy teeth and lips, which I have to say is kind of terrifying and hilarious. And then this one is really crazy. Shrimps and bananas. Like, I don't know if it's...
Yeah, I am there for shrimp candy. It reminds me, that reminds me of Japanese candy. Like, those salty plums.
And then we've got some cola flavored bottles and some other little delightful things in here. I am super excited for that.
It's good to keep building after you're like, oh...
Let's see, what do we got here?
Whoa.
This is, okay, so, dear Flynn and Richard and Logan, please find some more items from me and Jade in the UK. Thanks again for your time in doing the Zoom meeting with my Cubs the other week.
It was
As
so
said,
fun.
We have made you both honorary members of 3rd Hereford Cubs. Hartford Cubs, I hope I'm saying that right. Therefore, please find in the box the following. Two black and green neck scarves, or necker as some people call them, with woggles made from Lego and spot the color coral. Now I'm gonna try and okay, well, you know what? I will go that in a minute. I'm gonna pull out the rest of the stuff because this looks like tea bags. I was promised Yorkshire tea, proper Yorkshire tea. I'm very excited for those. It smells really good.
That smells like proper tea.
Oh, we've got some awesome minifigs here. Check these out. These are cool.
See, it says right there.
And so I'm gonna try and pull these things out because it looks like there is a list here, and I want to be able to read the list. Okay, here we go. Here are the neckers. Look at these. We have our official Cub neckerchiefs here. That is so cool, and look at the neckerchief slider is what we call it here. Made out of Lego, and there's coral, and I'm gonna put mine on.
I'm gonna
right
put
now.
mine on too.
Look at that.
This is so cool.
So I got my neckerchief. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Group name Flash Badge. Okay, so there's badges in here.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a matter of finding them. Oh my goodness, there's so much in here. This is crazy, Chris and Jaden. Thank you so much. I'm gonna show you what we got here. There's some stickers. We've got some pins in here, including some really funny. Oh, what are these?
Look,
Teletubbies.
There's Teletubbies.
There's stickers. We've got.
We're not going to show you all the pins because we're going to wear the.
So we're going to wear them on camera.
But there's cool ones.
We've got Lego Factory special brick here.
Wow.
Wow. This is so great.
Oh, look what I see. Gears.
I see
Right
a little Lego face here. When it looks like there's a newspaper clip in here. This is like Christmas.
Okay, I can't.
It is actually Chris Chalicemas, really, if you think about it. Oh, and there's an article about people stealing Lego. There you go.
Wow, and information about rack gears.
A squeaky ball for Logan. Whoa, that was loud. All right. We've got minifig here. Golly, there is so much. Oh, here's our badges. Whoa!
Yeah, I'm gonna put this aside.
Chocolate bar. We've got proper British biscuits here. And we've got some treats for Logan. This is amazing,
Oh my
Chris.
goodness.
Thank you so much.
Chris and Jaden made a crazy surprise pack
I
chalice.
know, Christmas chalice. So this is the, so we've got our group name Flash badge, county and district badge, international badge, artist challenge badge, IT stage badge, digital citizen, digital maker, and also special Christmas badges. Look at this, y'all. I love this one. That is so cool.
Look, we got, this is their,
Look at that. And then here's all of the other ones. This is incredible. Thank you so much, Chris and Jaden and the Cubs. of the group for sending us these awesome badges. Look, I love this artist one. Is really fun. I love that's the internet one, I believe. We'll also please find selection of teas from England, marked up what they are. Yes, and also some English sweets and chocolate. Maybe eat and try them on maybe an English UK themed show. Jaden has also sent cookies for Logan and a squeaky ball for him. And for you two, some English biscuits. Also some Lego, another fidget cube so Flynn can have his own, and a special minifigure in its own box. And then we've got these, we do have these, and I thought I saw another one. There was a little box that said hello on it.
Sorry to be distracted here. I'm just putting all the badges back where they go. This is so cool. I have to figure out just the right thing to put them on.
So there was a little box that says, oh, here it is. Here is, I believe, the special minifigure. We've got our, oh, and thank you for the fidget cube. I love these things. Whoa. They're so awesome.
Whoa, you know, you may not know this, but I love fidgeting with stuff off camera here.
Oh, this is delightful. Check it out. So this is from Minifigs Me, and they will do custom minifigs of you if you you know, like custom sig figs or whatever, if you want to do that. So I want you to check out what we got here. It's Jaden.
Oh, that is
sorry,
so fun.
Fell out of this little box. It's Jaden Chalice sig fig. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chris and Jaden. I love it. It's so sweet. What a wonderful package.
I think Jaden needs to go on the.
I think you're right. I think we need, yeah.
Here,
absolutely.
We'll save the box, but he's going right here on the news desk.
Wow, and we will share some of these other. Check this out. We've got this huge sheet of stickers. Wow, well, you've really outdone yourself, Chris and Jaden. Thank you so much. We love Chris Chalicemas. It's my new favorite holiday. This is great. Wow, fantastic. Woo, that was wow.
And look, we have Cub Scout.
We do. I'm very excited about this. This is super awesome. Hey, Brickheadz, how's it going? Welcome. We just got finished viewer mail time. And just because I feel like I always like to begin and end with our little sequence, that was viewer mail. Viewer mail. So awesome. Thank you so much, Debo. And thank you, Chris and Jaden, for an amazing package. And what is happening with my hair here? There we go.
Maybe you need a color coordinated headscarf.
I want to say, so
kind of like Rhoda.
And thank you for, you know, we appreciate all of the mail. And, you know, I have a binder over there that has every letter from every person who's ever sent us something, all the little things that go in it,
and a refrigerator full of art.
Refrigerator full of art, and art out in the house as well.
Oh, I know. Some of it's behind us.
Yeah, just
where is it? Over there?
Yeah, just amazing. So thank you to all of you. That is, you're very kind, and we appreciate it. And we feel very loved. So
and we love sharing it with you. And Ms. Thing has a great time delivering.
I know she was really, she got a workout today. Did you have fun today? Yes. Okay. Good.
I like how no one can even how does that even work?
I won't eat all the
like
chocolate.
Special
not yet.
effects.
It is special effects.
Although the gummies are not going to last long, I gotta say.
It's true. What a one, and I love this. And if you've never made one of these, they are awesome.
Yeah, hold it up while you transform it.
So yeah, it's like a whole little like infinity cube, if you will.
Yeah, and my hands
not to be confused with an infinity stone.
My hands know how to do that without looking. It just like
right.
Here, I'll take care of that.
No, you've got yours. This one's mine. Can't believe you see that? Did you see that? Yeah, so hey, yeah, if you are if you're here hanging out and you're liking the stream so far, please give it a thumbs up. That little button down there below the video if you're on the interwebs. If you're watching on TV, probably not as easy to do. And we've got golly, what else? Sorry.
Well, it's funny you mention that, Flynn, because we have so much going on today. I think it's time straight up for another feature.
Another feature.
I know.
Another feature, everybody. Oh, that's right, because we can't have Ms. Thing without Angela.
Yeah, they get along a lot better than Thor and Loki.
Yes, it's true.
They're sort of on the same team.
So we have our regular feature on Fridays is Thing from the Crypt, and we now have another amazing animation by Llano River Blue, who did a faithful recreation of my Thing from the Crypt animation for the show. So we're excited about that. So here we go. It is time for Thing from the Crypt.
It's the Thing from the Crypt. Llano, you're wonderful.
Thank you, Llano, so much for that new animation. That was so good. I can't. It's too good. All right, so let's see what we've got from the crypts today. Now, this is a double. Sorry, I'm trying to. Angela is over here trying to get herself together here.
She didn't do her warm-ups.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Looks like she's standing on her head.
She is. She's got things going on. Anyway, so this, I believe we may have showed this back in October, but I'm showing it again. What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say she's a little like Serena to Samantha Stevens.
Exactly.
Right?
So this is from a TV show from the 60s called Dark Shadows, which was a soap opera that dealt with like vampires and werewolves,
spooky
soap opera, and a lot of kids from my generation. It wasn't necessarily a kids show, but people were obsessed with this show, and it was amazing and terrible at the same time. Hey Thomas, how's it going?
Featuring Barnabas Collins.
Featuring Barnabas Collins, who was a vampire. And then this is Quentin Collins, who was a werewolf. All right. So really cool.
And had really cool sideburns.
And as a bonus, now this is a little...
Careful.
This is a little fragile. Like very, very fragile. I actually have a Dark Shadows board game. Now there were two Dark Shadows board games. One of them was where you built a skeleton. And then this was the other one with kind of like kooky illustrations. Yep,
sponsored by ABC.
Yep. And check this out.
I'll take the lid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very, very fragile. So these are some of the cards that came inside. Right. Spooky.
I'll take the two of skulls.
I know, and I'll have this vampire who's upside down. Okay. So now this is probably the most fragile part of all. So I'm going to try very hard. It's already, like, it's falling apart. This is very old. It's older than us, and so you know it's old. This is the board. Now, it didn't come on a cardboard board.
Let's open it all the way.
Yes.
There we go.
Didn't come on a cardboard board. It came on a piece of paper, if that tells you how cheap this is. But check out...
From the pyramids.
Check out this amazing artwork on this board. It's so cool and weird. I love the bloody hand. Here, will you take that side? Because it's actually a wide or
there we go.
Square or whatever. So there is Collinwood, which is the house where everything takes place.
Which is definitely not a matte painting.
Which is definitely not a matte painting. And I love the bloody hand coming out of the swamp. And there you go. And I love my other favorite one is this one that you have over here. The lady on the stairs with the candle is such a great illustration.
Spooky.
Yeah. So I really want to get this framed to kind of retain its magic because it is again. What's going on?
I'm coming.
Okay. I'll let you take care of the rest of that.
There we go.
Anyway, there you go. That is today's Thing from the Crypt. Thing from the Crypt, everyone. with another amazing animation by Llano River Blue. Just so cool. So cool. Oh my goodness, I think that we've got
that was like a whirlwind right there.
Yeah. Oh, Brigadier Itchy Sheep, actually we have a copy of Horrified. It's really fun. We were given, it was a gift from Joel, Have Studs Will Travel Marbella, he of many names. And so there you go. Oh, Evan Strum is here, it looks like. Welcome, Evan. Welcome. You're a new viewer here today. So golly, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff.
I can't believe we're honorary Cub Scouts.
I know. I did do, because now you didn't do Boy Scouts here, right?
No, I was in the Explorers.
You were in the Explorers Club. Yep. Okay, so I did make it to Boy Scout and got pretty far. I didn't go Eagle, but I definitely went like pretty far up in there. So,
did you have merit badges?
Oh, yes. Yes, I had my sash with my merit badges. Oh, look, there was this awesome purple and green bracelet that also came. Maybe
like
this was
two of your favorite colors.
It might have been meant for Ms. Thing. I'm not sure, or Angela. I don't know, but I'm wearing it now. So, yeah. Well, I need a drink after all that.
Everyone take it.
Oh.
Did we do that thing?
We sure did.
Look at that. We got it done in advance.
We've done all the things.
We have such a fun news desk. There are toys and things aplenty all
fun
around
and
us.
Crowded news desk. I'll say that.
Including our from our friends Lisa and Melissa, our dice jail for bad Dungeons and Dragons dice.
I know, I love this thing. It's like you can actually put your dice in it. Like if you're rolling poorly,
if you roll a fumble, and our party rolls some stinkers.
Oh man, oh man. Hey, TrickyBricks is here. Hi Eric, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, this is great. So yeah, don't forget, if you want to give the show a like, that would be awesome because it really helps people discover our show. And I gotta say that the numbers are climbing. We're getting more and more subscribers, which reminds me, I will be right back. Why don't you drag in?
I just can't help. He's sitting here on the side of the desk all the time. I love this retro dragon. And we have some dragons with armor, which you always have to have the horse armor and the dragon armor, right? I'll bring those out and show those. So, this is the time of the show where I always think, I should have a feature in my back pocket and just pull out about that Lego cat who got caught up a tree and then had to be rescued by the Lego firemen. We're going to find out what Flynn is up to, and he'll be back in a minute. What else do I have going on here? Actually, so I said I like to fumble around with things. I created this adult busy box. Like something you'd have in your crib, but instead
I couldn't find it.
Just next to the desk. What were you looking for?
He doesn't recognize me. No, I couldn't.
He has no idea who I am.
No, I just wanted to remind everybody that now we haven't been talking about it at all, but when we hit 2K subscribers a while back, we gave away the Monkey Kid, Monkey King Warrior mech. Hit Bubs and Lava Bat one, and when we hit 3K subscribers, we're giving away that Star Wars frigate set that we got from Moto.
Yep.
To give away when we hit 3K subscribers, and we're at about 23 right now. So when we get there, and I had pulled it out the other day to show. Oh well,
we'll show it next time.
I wanted to remind you that we are going to be giving away a copy of the Everyone is Awesome set next Friday during the challenge slideshow.
All those cheerful, joyful, monochrome minifigures coming your way.
Now, what I am going to ask, I know a lot of you already ran out and bought it. So what we're going to ask for you from next week is only to request to be entered to win if you haven't gotten one yet.
Yep.
Because there's only one per customer.
Yeah,
right?
some people can't get them, right? Or they're very popular.
They've been very, very, very popular. So, yeah, giveaways. All right, and then I think we may be in for the thing that we were all here for, which was a show about Lego.
We might even build on the show again one of these days. We have so many cool sets just sitting back there in the
Oh, it's Brickanista's here, and it is her birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday,
happy
Naomi!
birthday.
Hooray! I'm gonna give you a little toot. Happy birthday! Woo! It's time for the train. It's
That's
time
so
for the
cool.
birthday train pulling into the station.
I'm
hey,
imagining-
London Bridge Bricks, how's it going? Good to see you.
I'm
Always
imagining-
nice to see you, Greg. It was fun being on SciShow with you yesterday. That was a blast. So, what's up?
I'm imagining Super Sewer Baby with a little tiny party hat on. You know,
Okay, I
with
need that
all the
now.
characters.
I need that now. That's a thing that needs to happen. Just
Little
saying.
Tiny party hat. A cone would even be too.
Actually, a cone would
Right.
probably be about right. I mean, a little big, but you know.
It's more
Um,
gnome-sized.
Exactly. So golly, what else? Oh yeah, so I'm working on another secret project, which I'm
Another
very
one.
excited about. Yes, I'm going to be filming something next
I've
week,
heard about
which will
this.
appear on the social medias, and you'll know more about it when happens. Well, actually, you know what? There is a Lego party hat, but it's got
Really?
it's got a little pin in it. I wonder if it would fit into the stud on the top of a baby.
Do those
baby head?
babies? Oh, they have a stud, or they don't have an accessory hole.
I can't
right?
remember if it's open or closed.
I tell you, if there
I
was
don't
an
remember.
accessory hole on a baby's head, we would have been seeing some ribbons and butterflies.
Well,
and
my favorites are
bows.
always when people do the babies with the helmets on them. It makes me
Giant
laugh
helmet.
so hard. Did we miss something while Genshining? Oh my goodness. No, I don't think so.
Well, I think, the reason most people come here, the reason, an old production.
Yeah.
Remember that old.
Anyway, you were saying?
I don't even remember what I was saying. Knocked it right out of my head.
Okay. So, it was a little bit bright there. Okay, so we are you need clay to get things to stick on a minifig baby's head. Okay, so like a little piece of what do we use? Those glue dots.
Glue
are
dots.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Once upon a time, and
See you later, Barbarian King. Take care.
I know I've mentioned this before, but I used to be totally against tumbles or any kind of not actually firmly attached stud treatment, right? Everything had to be attached down according to the rules, right?
There were many rules.
Yeah, but I'm a lot more relaxed about that. And I feel like if you can make your piece by sticking a thing on there, then you accomplish making your piece, right?
So, guess
Don't
what,
you think
everybody?
we're a lot more relaxed now about techniques.
Yes. A lot more.
We still stick to just for the stuff we build.
Yes. All right.
I'm gonna go because I have a little task coming up.
Well, look what time it is, everybody. It is time for the pause that refreshes and another awesome animation by Llano River Blue, everybody. It is time for our very special guest. Please welcome to the show, Logan! Logan cookie time, everybody. Woohoo!
He doesn't even wait for the music anymore. He hears "Welcome to the show," or he might even be responding to the pause.
Here we go.
The pause that refreshes.
Yay, Logan! How about a toss? We
Here,
need a
I'm
good
gonna
cookie
do a toss, and then I think we should give him a squeaky toy.
Oh,
Ready?
that might be a
Okay.
little loud for
Can
the
you touch
show. Yay,
There we go.
Logan! You'll get your
Okay,
you'll get
we'll
your
play.
new treat after we're done.
We'll play
Okay.
that later. Thanks,
Woohoo!
Logan.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, he sees them sitting on the news desk. Here, we're gonna put them away.
There we go. That
Good
was
boy.
Logan cookie time.
That is such a Logan dream. He wants all the bones to be flying through the air with cookies.
I know. Whoops. Uh-oh. My bracelet. My bracelet. My glasses. I can't find my glasses.
Here, let me help you with this.
Okay, thank you.
Any
And then there's
excuse
my
to
glasses.
refer to Scooby-Doo.
Exactly. All right. Well, now I think it's time finally for the main event. Everybody's like, "Oh, thank goodness." It is. Wow.
That was some fun stuff there.
There was a lot of fun stuff. But And much like on Twitch, it's going to be 45 minutes before we actually get to Lego. So, hey, Brickworm, how's it going? No, you are not late. We are just about to launch into the Work in Progress Workshop.
And look who I was putting away Logan Cookie Time, and look who I found. Bigger. What an awesome minifigure.
Right.
It's like he's going somewhere.
Okay, so we have 4 things to look at today in our Work in Progress slideshow. So if you are unfamiliar with what we're doing here, this is called Work in Progress Workshop, and we have viewers send in MOCs that they are currently working on. And maybe they're stuck, or maybe they just need some new ideas, or maybe they would like a little bit of constructive criticism.
Want to bounce it off someone?
Bounce it off to someone. So we're going to show them, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we think that they might do to improve or change or whatever it is that they're looking for. They provided some descriptions.
And there's a lot of trust that goes into putting your stuff out there for people. So it's awesome that people are so generous and constructive in the suggestions they've provided.
Yeah,
it's worked out really well. We've gotten a lot of response from people who've done it, who said that it was super helpful.
Maraid says it's been like 45 days since you built Lego Live. It's true. And what we found actually was that the episodes where we were building live really didn't get any traction. Like, people weren't super interested in them, and so we and since we started cutting days down, we opted for this more sort of talk show thing. But we will be building again. If that's something people really want to see, you can see me on Twitch building stuff if I can actually find the pieces. And then if you if people are there's going to be lots of torches and pitchforks at the gates. We would be happy to do some more episodes where we build.
Exactly. If you want to see us build, let us know. But really, it seems like so far, the history of and the how-tos and things like that have been very popular.
But we could, the other thing too is it doesn't really matter if, what the videos are popular or not popular. We try to aim things towards what people would like to see.
Yeah.
But we can definitely build some building coming up soon. For sure.
It's funny. We don't feel really pressured to be the first to get the news out there or have the most people. But what we really try to do is have a show that's going to be really interesting for fans of Lego.
Yeah. Steve Parmley says, I would like to see you guys revisit building techniques. Oh yeah, well we could definitely do that. And Cowboy Cornado says, I'm here to chew gum and say good boy Logan, and I'm almost out of gum. So awesome. There we go. So that is what we're going to be doing. Oh, and also we received our second set for review that's going to be coming up very soon.
And
so
I got to say, it's pretty exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
When I heard about it in advance, I thought, oh, that's interesting. That's pretty interesting. And then when we saw it, it's super cool.
And that's all we're going to say.
Yep.
But look for that coming up very soon. I think not next week, but the week after.
Notice how I didn't give away any spoilers?
Very good. Very clever. You done good, kid.
I need a cookie.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we've got a whole box of them over there from Chris Chalice. Thank you very much.
I know. After all those gummy candies, you'll turn on and we'll be like hummingbirds. It'll just be a constant blur, like that episode of Star Trek.
That's right. I forgot that there are new Monkey Kid sets on the way, but we will talk about those a little bit on Sunday. That is not something that I prepped for today because we had so much other stuff going on.
Well, when we did our Monkey Kid deep dive with Kevin and Brenda, right?
That was amazing.
There was one set that was just a number with a big question mark next to it.
What's it gonna be? I know. Oh yeah, and that's also, there was the new Elsa's Ice Castle, which by the way is beautiful. It looks absolutely lovely.
You know what that means? That means that ice blue, that Elsa ice blue, and
lots and lots and lots of trans blue. So what was the? Oh, I'm seeing. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here, kids. I'm trying to keep up. So
I wonder if Moto is really into the Elsa sets because he builds with a lot of translucent blue.
Well, no, but
right?
you know who is really into that is Alyssa, 9 Brick City, who we've had on the show a couple times, and she's been doing some great interviews with Lego Masters Season 2 people. By the way, speaking of that, if you're wondering why you haven't seen Lego Masters 2 people on the show, we have our regular Moto, is that when we were on the show, before the show aired, there was hardly anything that we could talk about. And I felt like we were
all mum's the word.
Yeah, I felt like we were constantly saying, well, you'll just have to wait and see. And, that's not fun.
Well, because one of the first questions would be, who won?
Yes. Yeah. Who won? But we will be doing breakdown episodes, and then once a certain number of episodes have aired, we will start interviewing folks who are on the show just so that they have more to talk about. We want to really be able, especially being, season 1 people, we're going to have a lot of connections over personal, personal things that we did while we were on the show that they can't yet talk about, but will be able to soon.
Because I'm going to want to ask them, what did you think when the twist happened?
Right, exactly.
Right?
Hey, Cy O'Connor, how's it going? Yeah. Okay. So, here we
Moto.
go.
Look at that. Words of wisdom from Moto.
What was that?
Spoiler, the most talented team won.
Hey, and Kevin is here. I'm Bored Toys. How's it going, Kevin? See, all you got to do is mention people and they arrive.
Through the ether.
I mean, we got, on Sunday when we were doing our Monkey Kid thing, Justin Ramsden showed up.
That was so cool.
And was in the chat there, so that's always fun.
I know, giving away secrets and...
Now
not giving away secrets, but he was, there was some behind the scenes, right?
And yes, there was some behind the scenes. And now we have fully introduced Work in Progress Workshop and then talked for 10 minutes about everything else.
Oh, well, let's look at someone's work.
All right, let's take a look at some slides, shall we? Shall we?
Yes, let's.
Sorry, my buttons aren't working for some reason, so I'm going to try and get
manually
to the slideshow. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Slides. So...
I'm going to look closer. Nope. I'm going to change glasses.
Yeah, so this first one is from Albert Lee. Gosh, Albert, I don't know that you are so amazingly talented. I feel nervous saying anything about your work. Work in progress of my camping mock. I just started working on the base, which will be landscaped with dark tan. Progress has been slow due to all the snot work. This is a rough layout of what I have so far. The campfire will sit inside a fire ring. Suggestions are definitely welcomed. By the way, people in the chat, you are welcome to join in and give your thoughts and tips that you might have for people's work. We just ask everybody to please be respectful, say your comments kindly, because that's how we do things around here.
Yeah, it's a safe place to share your stuff.
Exactly.
Well, I gotta say, I'm fascinated by the building techniques under here. That is a lot of snot work. Those are snot bricks, not headlight bricks. I'm seeing with all that sideways.
Yeah. So let's get up. Well, first of all, I love the tree.
Yeah, that's the first thing that really stood out.
I really loved how you did the top of the tree.
Right, rather than just putting a cone there, the grass really gives you that sense of needles.
Right, and my opinion is that you could add more trees. Like already off the bat, I feel like you could add a couple of more trees, and it would really kind of like fill some space.
I agree. I think right now it's mostly this triptych of the tent and the tree and the campfire, and I think there could be a little more sort of balanced asymmetry by adding a few more.
Yeah, well, I mean, I see you have some smaller trees here on the side, which are great, but I think you could definitely add a couple more of those larger trees, and it would really, I think it would really read nicely.
Yeah, maybe not quite as tall, because I love Okay, here's a term I use. I think I made it up, but topographical contrast, like the distance between the highest highs and the lowest lows. Like rather than everything being a plane, it's like, I love the vertical use here. And I can't wait to see what kind of landscaping is going to happen. Will it be flat or uneven? Will there be rocks?
Well, I love the fact that there are studs facing outward from the sides so that he can create an uneven, not square base is what I should say.
Yep. And I think by raising it all up, it allows you to have this recessed fire pit, which I always love.
Yes. Felix says it would be great to see some trees varied in shape or ones that are curved, irregular. That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if maybe again, that sense of asymmetry. And something I really want to commend you on is the angle of the branches on the tree. I think looking at little like clip and bar technique for those lower angled branches.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think too, just when you, I know how great you are at building, Albert. So I know this is like really, really early on. But of course, like my main things are just going to say like lots of slopes. If you can incorporate even some curved slopes in there, like not the straight angle ones, but curved slopes in, and really make sure, I feel like when you do your greebling on your groundwork, to include multiple colors. And this is just like, and I'm not necessarily saying that Albert wouldn't do this, but this is just a general note for everyone. Exactly. Right? And I'm hoping too, what I really hope from these shows is that not only will we give advice to the people who are building, but that you, everybody out there in the viewing audience at home, will get some tips on how you may be able to use some of these tips in your MOCs.
It's funny. I went to art school a long time ago, and I don't remember some of the dates, like when was the first Dadaist sculpture, that kind of stuff. But what I remember is they taught me how to ask questions. Right? You look at the piece and say, how can this composition be the most interesting? What kind of colors would make a good contrast to the lime green and still not overshadow the orange of the fire? Sure. For me, a lot of it is questions. And I know Albert asks a lot of those questions. That base didn't come just, out of thin air.
No.
Right?
So what I was going to say about the greebling though is to, greeble your with your varying colors, like what, brown, tan, dark tan, black, whatever you're going to do. But then where you're like, wherever you want the viewer to focus their attention, maybe do less color greebling in that area. So like maybe the part around where the tent and the fire pit are, maybe it's just brown and tan, or just brown, or just tan, whatever, just something so that the outer greebling, which will look awesome and very natural and organic, that we know where to look because we're being focused, almost like it's got a spotlight on it, right?
Yeah, and it makes me think too, in like some of the Impressionist paintings, the main figure in the foreground, like the one sitting at the table or whatever, would be in very clear focus, and a little brighter, and then the other stuff would be more soft focus. And that's one thing I would be concerned about adding too many other tall trees, is losing the focus.
Right.
Oh, so that's a question I have. Actually, here's a question that I have. I don't know that there has to be an answer to this, but what's the story? When I take photographs of like big cityscapes, there's always an actor. The actor might be a bird flying across a tree. It might be the sun going down.
An owl there in our tree.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What is there a clear focus that tells you where to look, and how can that be highlighted in the final? Right.
And so, and I don't know, Albert, like if you're planning on this to be viewed 360, but just as an idea, if you wanted to create a more of a scene that's seen from one angle, you could do some forced perspective mountains in the background, like behind the tent and the tree, like towards the very back, just so there was like a little bit of variation, some more variation in height, and something to block the viewer's gaze from just going off into the distance. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it helps isolate it from the background, right? And especially, I think with a virtual convention, it's less of a big deal because you're presenting your photo and that is, that's your photo.
Yeah.
But what I think about when a piece sits on a table at a convention and it's surrounded by other things is how do you isolate the piece? Highlight it.
Yeah. So a little backdrop of mountains and, maybe the sun's coming up or there's the moon up, depending on what time of day it is. That's another thing to think about. What time of day is this?
Yep.
And I think that will also help guide you of what colors to use.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we think about what time of day it is in our greebling. What's going on, Flynn?
And this minifig chick says, to give the owl meaning is not a phrase I knew I needed.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying what is the owl's subtext. I just mean
What's your motivation, owl?
Is there
Who? Me? Sorry. I
you know what the
I
owls sing?
apologize.
One. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry, that was terrible.
The owl is 1, 2, 3. Crunch. Of course. Well,
Indeed.
so I don't mean what is the subtext of the owl, but I'm wondering in the finished piece, are there other characters? Is there a minifigure, or is this a peaceful setting where the minifigure or where the people are asleep in the tent? Is there a deer? A ladybug?
And and if you wanted to go for realism, there's always I say this because a friend of ours that we play D&D with just broadcast live from his camping trip, and that was a bear box.
Oh yeah.
Which is a funny little weird thing to include, but a lot of campsites have those now, and it's the box where you lock your stuff up so that the bears don't eat your food at night. So that's an idea.
Well, of course, any character you add is going to utterly color how people perceive the piece. So
Exactly.
I just wonder, are there going to be other figures?
So he was saying the figs will have minifigs of him, his wife, and their dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. The last thing I would say is when we talk about time of day, something that we think a lot about is where's the light coming from in the piece?
Yeah.
And that's not meaning set up a flashlight next to it, although that's a cool thing. What I mean is the sun setting behind the tree? And if so, does that mean the greebling on that side of the rocks is more sun colored? Can you suggest color contrast with lighting, with colors of brick?
That is definitely a deep dive, a further than I think a lot of people go.
It is. Sorry,
It's sort of like painting with bricks.
We go there, right?
All right, shall we move on?
Yep, this is great, and I can't. Please share the finished piece. Well, we'll see it at the convention too,
Yes.
right?
Okay. So this is from Bubs and Lava Bat.
Oh, cool.
And I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit. Oops. There we go.
Now,
all right. So this is from Bubs. Bubs says,
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this is for the Rainbow Challenge.
Yes, this is my build in progress for the Rainbow Challenge, where I wanted to do a parade float. I already have the basic float done, but I can't seem to think of what to put on the float. Though I'm planning to put a news reporter off to the side. Any feedback and suggestions you may have, I will appreciate. Well, I think it's a great start.
Yep.
I think that what you may want to consider is when people do parade floats, sometimes it's just people on a float, and sometimes they create a full scene. So where is this scene? Is this scene at the end of the rainbow? Is the rainbow just a backdrop? That's definitely something to think about.
Yep. Is there a leprechaun with a pot of gold?
Yeah, exactly. Where is your rainbow in your world? What is it that you're trying to express with this? And if you're trying to express a pride float, then I would definitely say that you want to have some characters on there. And maybe they are characters who are in costume. Maybe they
look very different.
Maybe they look very different, or maybe they all are wearing the same outfit but have different heads. I mean, it just really depends on what you want to do. So I also thought, when I was saying same people or different people in the same outfit, maybe there are marching. Maybe there's a couple of people marching in front of it. Like often they're holding big banners.
Oh
in
yeah,
front
to
of the
help make
floats.
sure people don't ride their bicycle in front of the float.
Right. And then the other thing I thought of was if you put this on a road plate or on a base plate where there's a road, you could have people watching from the side.
Oh, for sure, to give it more context.
Right, exactly. So that we know that this is a parade and people are watching the parade.
Yep.
So I was also thinking that there's something else, and these are the little details that I feel like always add flavor to a build.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever been in a parade, and I've been in lots of them, there are always monitors who walk along the side of the float to make sure that like people from the audience don't come running out or that somebody doesn't fall off.
That's right. Like no riding your bicycle in front of the float. And sometimes they have flags or a baton.
Yeah.
Just stuff to add fun. And there's often music with parade floats.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe someone has a musical instrument. Or maybe there's speakers. Sometimes there's speakers on a parade float. Certainly, I've seen lots of pride floats with speakers on them.
Yes, lots of speakers. And I mean, but, it depends on how much you want to show of that, right?
Like it's
maybe
a balance.
you just want, it's definitely a balance.
It's a balance. Like, is there a story? Like, who is it who made this float and what are they trying to say? Is it like, hooray for the post office, or all the animals?
And so, oh, yes, and Saiho Connor says, add a DJ. Absolutely. Well, what would be fun is video figures, if you have any video figures.
Because they're so colorful.
They're so colorful. There's so much going on, and they do have that whole music thing. I think bringing the expression of music into this somewhere would be really fun, either through speakers and a DJ or like people playing instruments. Just something that would give that, and definitely lots of cheerful, happy minifig faces.
I have a couple of technical thoughts too.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that you're shooting this from an angle, which I think is great because you get that wide angle. You get to really see that rounded front. And when I look at the background, I see that it's all 1 stud thick, except there's one green brick that's 2 studs thick. So in order to smooth that off, I wonder if you could add another stud to the blue, yellow, orange, and red. So you have a smooth side, because it feels like, and I get this, I totally get this. I don't always have the bricks in the right sizes. But I think by adding another stud of bricks behind there, even if it's only like 1x2s, 1x1s, it would even that off and make it
Bye, Blue.
smooth top to bottom.
Yeah.
I also love that you did tiles on the top of the red of the background.
Yes.
And so I wonder what your final treatment is going to be on the surface of the float. Are they going to be tiled except where figures are?
Right.
Are you going to continue this sort of color blocking, the patchwork quality of the reds and blues and light blues?
Well, and also I think what's important too is when you're doing that, it's something that you kind of have to plan out ahead of time. So if you're going to do tiles and just leave open spaces where your figures are going to be, place all your figures where you want them, then put the tiles down, and then put plates underneath of your character's feet to bring them up to the level of the tiles.
Oh, like a 1x2 plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I know having all the right tiles to do that is can be challenging. So you have a really colorful start. So even if you don't have all the bricks in all the perfect colors that you want, I think you can make things colorful. And if part of the model is hidden on the back, you can kind of cheat and not have the right color bricks.
And if you have purple bricks or even lavender bricks, it would be great to slide a purple stripe down there at the bottom underneath the blue. But I know purple's hard to come by.
What is it, like Roy G. Biv, right?
Yep.
Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue,
indigo and violet. We usually leave the indigo
and
off.
violet.
But yeah, I think it's great. And like Brickworm said, I love the curved shape of the under part of it. I think that's really great.
Ooh, I had another little one.
Okay.
Floats float.
They seem to, yes.
They seem to float because they have wheels under them that are hidden. So if you put a couple of plates underneath, inside, under where those curves are, you could raise the whole thing up just like
just
a plate.
A hair.
Just maybe even just one plate.
Like a land speeder.
Yeah, like a land speeder, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you, Bubs.
This is great. I can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Ooh, this is very complicated.
My goodness.
There's a lot going on here. You don't need to discuss. Bigger. All right, so this is from the Greebling Wizard.
It certainly is.
And Greebling Wizard says, welcome to the Brick Court Mall, inspired by the Star Court Mall and the Jang Bricks Mall. I've been working on this build for about 2 or 3 years, and the facade has gone through multiple changes. I was wondering if the 3 levels of pink and dark turquoise striping looks good, or if it would look better as one big stripe. I love it. I love it just
too.
like it is. I think it gives a very... Well, because you've remained consistent with it.
Yeah, and it's got this sort of mirrored quality, right? With the double entrance, the double entrance windows.
Yeah.
And normally I run stripes all
windows
at the same level, but when I saw this, it just seems perfect. You've got this marquee over the entrance, and the stripes really set off and show the curve of the windows.
Now, if I had to say anything, it would be to try and match the stripes that are on the side walls.
Oh, that medium azure?
With the stripes of your angled walls. Because right now you have like a double turquoise stripe with pink plate and then another stripe at the bottom. But on your angled ones, you only have a single turquoise with the pink plate, and it sits much lower down than the ones on the flat walls. And I think it might help unify it a little better if those were kind of more at least height wise and a little bit more of a similar place.
Well, I'm of 2 minds about that. Like I was saying, I love the color behind the top of the curves of the windows. So if these angled walls don't match perfectly, I don't think that's a big deal. But given that the marquee has stripes in the same places as the outer walls, it might be good to extend that top stripe, right?
You're right.
It gives you a separation between the 2 floors.
Yeah, I just think an adjustment of the stripes on those angled walls to either meet the side walls or meet the sign, like you were talking about, would be a good idea. This is great.
I also love that you can see down inside, and I've seen you've done a lot of careful tiling on the tops of the walls on the left. So I wonder, are you going to keep the top open so you can see all inside the stores?
Yeah, and Lil Scrap says, I love the lightsaber neon lighting detail. Yes, it's really, really cool. And the Duplo brick on the front corner is pretty great. Really fun. And we've got some other pictures.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I love how you've been able to carry your stripe around the curved walls.
Yep.
And that curved rounded piece that kind of creates a little bit of a covering over your corner round windows. And I love the fact that you've chosen to use a curve rather than a straight corner. I just think it's so clever. And I love your awnings with all of all
those angled pieces.
Yeah.
It really has the feel of a mall. Oh, something I wonder? Are there other pictures of this?
There's one more picture.
Because what I wonder is, what are the stories going on in there? Are there individual, if you look in the different stores, is someone buying this and saying, does this look good on me? Or, is someone eating food? Because it seems like with all of these different stores and rooms in the mall, there could be some great stories.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, and going back to your main question, which was about the stripes, I would not change the stripes. Like, they are perfect as is. It's got such a great here? 80s feel. Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Would not change anything about the stripes except looking where there might be more consistency in the front, right? Is there a way to unify it a little more?
All right, so let's see. We've got... Oh,
there now.
Wow, this is amazing. This is fantastic. I love that rounded elevator. It's just perfect.
Yeah, and the combination of the dark pink on the top of the elevator and the sort of turquoise at the top of the elevator shaft are really cool.
Well, and see, that's the thing too. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the details that really make something. Yeah, that rounded elevator. Like, I just remember being, when I was a kid, going to the mall and seeing that rounded glass elevator for the first time and just being like, that's the coolest thing ever. I have to ride on the rounded elevator with the glass front, even though I'm terrified of elevators. But it's really quite clever. And I love how the fountain is great.
Yep. And I see there's little, there's water shooting up in there.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like with those Ninjago splats.
I think so, yeah. Yep. And then the tiling is really great. Hey, Slug Bikers here. How's it going?
The half round openings using arches on the banister over the sort of light well.
Yeah, well, I was actually gonna mention, I really love that opening. Again, another really clever detail of malls is that little opening where you can kind of like see down into the floor below.
There's one thing I wonder, under the second level on the right.
Hey, Jeff.
It looks like there might be an escalator.
Yes.
Right? I see the angled bricks there. And what I wonder is, how do people get from the escalator onto the second floor? Oh. I always think about minifig travel.
Right. Oh, and so somebody was mentioning they love the bench with the plants there to the left of the fountain. And Albert Lee was saying, and I totally agree, a directory would be a great little addition.
Oh,
so like the map where you go to see where all the mall things are, right?
Yep, and the Lego store is great too, with the windows in front and the colorful, the yellow on the floor really makes it.
This is beautiful.
And you've worked so hard on it. It's great that you've had the patience to see through this really complex project.
It really is. It's just this is a spectacular build. I cannot wait to see what it looks like when it's done.
And the tiling on the floor is really cool. And I know how hard it can be if you change your mind about a tile and it's like 6 or 8 rows in.
Yeah. Now I see pizza. Obviously, a food court would be awesome if there's a place for that in your image. But I'm assuming if there's a pizza, that probably means there's food.
Look, there's a vending machine.
Oh, nice. And a gumball machine.
No, that's what I mean, a gumball machine.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, this nails a mall look.
Yep.
Like, it's just like you knew, like let's go back, but I knew what it was immediately on seeing this.
Yep.
Like, exactly what it was.
And it feels so much from it.
Yeah, it really does. And so, we would know.
When you go back to the last picture with all the minifigs.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I do wonder, and I already sort of touched on this, but when I look at the ground floor there, I see an even distribution of minifigs. And when I look at people in a mall, I see groups. People arrive together, they're doing things. So I think you could add focus and add story by grouping your figures into, what are they? Who comes to the mall together?
Right. Is there a family together? And I think that's something that's just in general that I know we always talk about with our work, is when you're placing things in your mock, whether it be a tree, rocks, minifigs, whatever, it's not confetti, right? Like,
exactly.
it's not just like, oh, here's one, or polka dots. It's not polka dots. It's like not here and then one and then one and then one and then one.
Like an even distribution.
Right. It's like groupings of things. So like groups of 2s and 3s. And there can be some single ones, but to break up that look, grouping things together. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think about composition too. You've spent so much time with architectural composition. Where's there a curve? Where is something angular?
Yeah.
How do we balance the composition of the light well and the elevator?
Absolutely.
So you can do that same kind of composition and moving people's attention around with me.
Very cool. I love it. Well done.
Thanks
I can't
for
wait
sharing
to see more
it,
of
too.
it. Yeah, thanks for sharing. All right. So next up, we have, wow,
something
beautiful.
completely different.
Something completely different. This is from Rob Zaccardi. Cathedrals are such cool architectural works, and I wanted to try my own. My seed part is a small set Vanessa's uncle gifted her. These are the white pieces on the altar that are actually Lego licensed by a church supply store. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. The main open items are the obvious gap in the wall, a decision between gray or white for the arches, and a design to tile the flooring.
Well, I have I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, obviously all of these are just opinions, right?
Yeah.
I love cathedrals and I've studied them a lot. And there are there are huge arches, usually rounded Roman arches like you have over the top of your windows, that support the roof. And there's also often internal, vaulting, right? So you've got columns that go up and support the roof. So what I would think on either side of the altar, and you've got these balanced windows that are so great, is that there might be a grand arch up and over the cross.
Yes,
right?
I think you're right.
What is it that holds up the roof? Like normally in a cathedral, there's the long central part, the central part with galleries on both sides, and then there's a transept that goes on either side in front of the altar, and all of that supports the roof. So I would think maybe another grand rose window. Often the rose windows on the other side, a big circular window inside a giant arch, and it would just like take that focus right up there, because the focus in a church is going to be the cross or whatever sort of major
the altar,
whatever sort of symbol is in the church is where they want to focus people's attention.
Agreed.
So putting a rose window behind there would be just amazing because the setting sun would come right through it. Well, okay, I have my cardinal directions mixed up there, but either the rising or the setting sun would probably come up through that window.
Well, it's really this is just so lovely, and I love the stained glass windows are great.
Yep.
Now, as far as the gray versus
I was just
white,
looking at that.
I personally find the white to be more appealing.
Yep.
But I like the bricks because since the bricks don't come in white, I like rather than white and actually, I really just like the white and tan combination because the tan kind of evokes gold a little bit. And I like that, just like the white and gold feeling. It feels brighter and more cheerful to me, where the gray seems a little bit more like if it was all gray, it feels like it would seem a little bit, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but it feels to me like the white and tan is, I don't know. It just depends on what you're going for. Well,
I do feel like you've established certain kinds of stone that would be, I always think structure. What is the cathedral built of? And is it built up to a certain level with stone, and then it's got this brickwork, and then the lighter material up above the windows that goes up into the vaulted arch? And so what I would wonder about that is, does that extend to the wall behind the altar as well?
Somebody's ringing our doorbell.
I know.
Sorry.
I'll check
Do you mind?
It might be Angela.
And you know what? You make a really, really good point. All right, see you, Spud Hill Farms. We'll see ya. It really depends. Like people are saying in the chat, like what you're going for. If you're going for a really old style cathedral, yes, like gray would work. I'm just also going from my personal experience of the church I attended when I was a child wasn't a cathedral. It was a church, but it definitely was like white walls and like wood. So I think it just really depends on what style you want it to be. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that. Now, as far as the tiling of the floor is concerned, I would love to see, I think your steps could maybe have like either a brown, like if you want them to be wooden steps, like a brown tile on top of each step, so that you have like the tan steps, and then the top of the steps are like wood, or you could also go for just tan tiles and keep them completely tan like that.
Well, I think a little contrast on the steps wouldn't be bad, like maybe light tan and dark tan or something like that. But typically I see cathedrals almost all in stone, right? The pews will be wood and some of the decorations of the altar. So what I would think is, I don't disagree with color contrast in the steps, like you said, but I would think maybe more suggesting stone than wood.
Yeah, and we were just talking about that, and that would be like, it really depends on what kind of, are you going for like an old school cathedral style that's made of stone, or are you going for something that's made of wood and plaster or marble? It really just depends on what's looking. My personal feeling is that just overall, the white and tan is more cheerful and bright and fun.
Yep.
One
other thing maybe to think about is, again, directing focus towards the altar there and the way many figures would move through the space. Is you might want to do, if the floor is wood, that's one thing. If it's stone, it's another. But a lighter path down the middle of the aisle. I was going to say. And then the stone or wood and I would almost say stone, because you have these beautiful wood pews, right? So you want some contrast there. But a different color underneath the pews and along the walls than going right up the path up the steps.
Yeah, I mean, where I was, it was a red. There was like a dark red, like carpeting that went through the center aisle. But I think just something like that. And somebody's mentioned statuary would be interesting, like especially in this kind of empty space here to the left of the pulpit. I think it seems like that would be a place where a statue could go. And I also think, or whether, maybe that's, I think it's too small to put where your choir would be, but I definitely think that a statue would fit nicely in space. And then what I was going to say about the floor, bye Slug Biker, we'll see you later. What I was going to say about the floor is don't overcomplicate it. You have a lot going on here, like between the fencing, around the side, between your stained glasses and your oval arches and your windows down at the bottom. There's a lot going on, and I think they all really work nicely together. And I think that if you tried to go too much with your floor, it's going to end up being distracting.
It's that matter of where do you want to look and where do you want your most resolved picture. It's almost like unless you're going to have minifig stories in them, I would say the pews are a little lower res and less in focus, while all of the things that are on the altar, the candles, all of those treatments, the holy water, are all very precise and very in focus. And it makes me feel like that's where we should.
Yeah, this is a great start. I love this. I really, really love this idea.
I had one other question to ask, and that is, and I'm sorry I don't know the proper name for this piece, but underneath the dome that the cross is sitting on, there's a smaller, like, little tabernacle or small shape. And I wonder if the things that I've seen often have a door, and it looks like there is a door.
Yeah, there is a door.
And is there any way you can highlight that a little bit more? I know it seems like you want it to be made of the same material. I just wonder, usually there's some kind of focus down at eye level.
Yeah, I mean, and I wish I could give you a definitive answer about the gray versus the white. I mean, I guess I did. I was like, I like the white better. But again, it really just depends on what kind of feeling that you want to go for. But all in all, like, the detailing in it are absolutely stunning, and I would definitely encourage you to tile the floor just with, just keep it simple, but like Richard said, add a either darker or lighter path that goes up the middle, depending on what floor color you choose. Right.
I also, I really want to commend you on the corner presentation. I think it's so much more interesting than if it was front. I think it makes for great photography, and I think the overall presentation of the model is great.
One other thing that I'm looking at, so the wooden structures on the against the back wall,
which I love and really warm up the.
Yeah, I agree. And it helps tie the pews in. If you had the shallower. If you had brown arches, it might help tie the shape in, because you have so many arches going on.
Oh, you mean the ones above the stained glass? Which arches?
I'm saying change these brown bricks to an arch rather than a straight across. Possibly. Just a suggestion, just a thought. And maybe the same with your stained glasses at the back. Like,
I did think
arches are such a big thing in pictures.
Well, I did think for sure above the stained glass, which is gorgeous on either side with those rotator bases, on either side of the altar. I did think that since they're the same size, almost the same height as the other stained glass windows, that arches on top of them, even if they didn't have those fan shape, if it was just an arch with like a micro figure in it, or some kind of focus, would add to the architectural consistency of the piece.
Agreed.
I think a lot about, and I break this almost every time, but I start, especially with this kind of architecture, with symmetry and repetition.
Yep.
I think it's so impressive. Again,
Awesome.
I would love to see this when it's done. It's so impressive already.
That's awesome. Thank you, Rob, so much for sending that in. And thank you also Bubs and Lava Bat, the Greebling Wizard, and Albert Lee for turning in pieces. Like we've mentioned before, it takes a fair bit of bravery to put your stuff out there and have people comment on it and give their thoughts. So we super appreciate it. And again, like if there's something that you're working on, feel free to send it in. We'll be happy to talk about it. And hopefully you've seen now from the 3 that we've done that it's a great safe space to land with your work, right? So I think that would be, I find it beneficial just seeing other people's MOCs and hearing the comments in the chat and all of that. So
yeah, I mean, well, that's how I learned how to build, is looking at other people's pieces.
exactly. All right. Well, gosh, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a super, super fun show. Real quick, I just want to...
Let me just change that just before... That's how not how I learned to build, it's how I am learning to build. Right?
Very close.
Oh, thank you, Flynn. Do I get a cookie?
Yes. I'll get you one out of the package. So here is, I'm going to tell you how you can get a hold of us. We're on Instagram at TrickyBricks. You can email me at flynn@trickybricks.com. And now that I've sorted out the password thing, actually answer them.
Oh, great.
If you want to send us some snail mail for viewer mail, we've got Flynn and Richard, P.O. Box 11517, Oakland, California, 94611. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today. It was a really, really fun show. Looking forward to Sunday's show, which is going to be a breakdown of the first episode of Lego Masters Season 2. So make sure that you are all caught up before you, because there will be spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, maybe catch that one in review.
Yeah, exactly.
But watch it, because it's going to be exciting and fun.
And Moto's going to be here to talk about it, and so that's going to be a really, really interesting perspective, I think. Oh yes,
thank you Debo for the cool fiber optics.
Yes, and thank you Chris and Jaden for the awesome package. And yes, Minifig Chick, there is a Tricky Lug meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. So if you want to be involved in that and aren't currently, you can contact trickylug@gmail.com to get an invitation.
And you can learn more about the camping challenge.
You can learn more about the camping challenge. And if you wouldn't mind, Minifig Chick, putting our link tree up in there too, there's a link to our Discord server where you can go and hang out and chat with other people in. So, if you are into, Maraid asks, where is Lego Masters if you don't have TV? I believe that you can go to the Fox app or the Fox website, and they should have episodes there. I'm pretty sure.
Hulu has it, don't they?
And yes, Hulu. So if you don't have a
on
TV,
the web as well,
like
right?
you can watch that online. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. And until next time. And we will be having a new credit sequence soon, and I apologize that I have not updated the current one to include some of our new Patreon supporters, Delicious Foods, and thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I've kind of been holding off while we're going to do a new rolling credits with some more Llano animations.
And we're going to add Llano in the...
Yes.
You right?
And so don't forget, everybody, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear that mask if you still need to, get that vaccine if you haven't gotten it yet, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Happy building.
Oh, I forgot. That's not working either.
We're still here.
Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to have to say goodbye for now. All right, now we're really going. Bye.
Bye, everyone.